After I moved to the United States and lived in Wisconsin, I started to realize that something was a little bit not right whenever I tried to run. And my lungs would tighten up a lot and never really go back to normal. We had a lot of gym classes where we were tested in different ways, running, gymnastics, some sports, and my mile time in middle school was about 10 minutes and 30 seconds, roughly. And those 10 minutes, I was basically suffocating. And I thought that was a little weird. Then I realized that I had exercise-induced asthma, and I thought that that meant that I would just never be able to run in my life. But then, one day in New York, when I was an adult, I noticed that one of my friends finished the New York Marathon without any serious issues. However, he also said that he had exercise-induced asthma, so I realized that that wouldn't stop me if I wanted to run the marathon, so I did it. And it went well, and I was very happy with my time. But afterwards, I just wanted to be in bed, like this. I developed a passion, you could say, for not wanting to be in pain for at least a few months. So I would sit in bed like this, and I would have snacks with me. I brought snacks for us. Lots of snacks, actually, here. This is my tin from when I visited Buckingham Palace as a tourist, but inside I have strawberry flavored Pocky sticks, in case you're interested. Crunchy, strawberry flavored. I've also brought for us Cocoa Pebbles, although I like this with lactose-free milk. I don't usually eat this dry, but they're here. I've brought Cinnamoroll egg rolls. Cinnamoroll is a flying puppy character. These say that they're pandan flavored, but they don't really taste like pandan, they just taste like egg rolls. Too bad, but pretty cute. Okay, and then we also have these. I'm pretty excited about these. You know how sometimes you have biscuits with tea? These are matcha flavored biscuits. And they're very creamy and milky. And they're in this tiny little plastic container that I feel like in the 90s we had ice cream, at least in England, we had ice cream in containers like this. I miss that. My favorite ice cream came in a container that was not too unlike this. These are amazing. Here, take one. Take more than one, actually. And then we have this is a Hello Kitty chocolate Valentine's container. However, inside I don't have that. I have Japanese jellies. Japanese chocolates. We're very prepared today. But anyway, I would sit on my bed, I would eat snacks, and I would watch documentaries about ultramarathons. Ultramarathons are races where you run more than 26.2 miles, which is I have to convert that. I don't feel good about saying that unless I convert it. 42.16 kilometers. Anything more than that, anything more than a regular marathon is an ultramarathon. My favorite ultramarathon documentary was the one where they race through Death Valley in July, which is really, really intense. And it's a 135-mile race, which is about 217 kilometers, I think. And the race is called the Badwater 135. There's an old documentary called Running on the Sun, the Badwater 135, something like that. And it pretty much goes as well as you'd expect it to go if a bunch of people are running through the desert in the middle of the summer for 135 miles. It's tough. There's another documentary that's easier to recommend because it's a bit more modern, and it's about a race that's a bit strange. It's called, the documentary is called Where Dreams Go to Die, Gary Robbins and the Barkley Marathon. It's a very strange race. I think maybe in Tennessee. There's a 12-hour period where the race could start at any point. A conch is blown, and then an hour later the race organizer lights a cigarette, and then the race starts. And the weird thing about this race is there's no GPS. You have to do these loops, and there's not really any filming of exactly what goes on in these loops, but I would guess that you have to go up a mountain of some sort. To prove that you went along the correct path, you're assigned a number, and you have to rip out the number page from a book and collect those pages. The books are placed along the trail, but when you're hungry and starving and in pain and tired and you're looking for these books, it can be, I don't even know how to describe it. It's fascinating what people can do. And it's so devastating when someone puts their life into training for something like this and then fails. Most people probably fail this race. I think I also watched a documentary about an Ironman, but it just wasn't the same. I also, around that time, read Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins, who is a very big inspiration, I think, for a lot of people. He was very overweight and unhealthy and drinking milkshakes, and eventually he became an Army Ranger, a Navy SEAL, and also competed in many, many, many ultramarathons. It's incredible what he did and is able to do, and just keeps pushing himself to the next limit that he can reach. And now it's snowing and I don't even want to go outside. There's probably only so many snacks I can eat. I just want to eat snacks right now with you.
Okay, bro, don't go. Slow down.
These documentaries are really good. I guess part of the reason I was watching them in bed is because I wasn't really proud of myself for doing anything in life, but I definitely felt more grateful. Just the simple fact that I had a bed at all. Another thing that I found to be therapeutic, especially when I'm totally alone in my apartment, is if I put my favorite things in my bed, then I feel a little bit better, even though they're just objects. Maybe they remind me of things, but right now, I have some video games, so I can put those in my bed. I guess if your hobby is horses, it might not be as easy to put it in your bed while you rest, so that could be a challenge. I have one more tip about maximizing your experience in bed. This is more of when I'm sad. If you feel sad, like I have many days of my life, my trick or tip is to take the skin off of a watermelon and cut it up into little cubes and watch the Gilmore Girls. If you're still sad by the end, At least you're hydrated. At least you're hydrated. My tip is going to be a lot harder if watermelon prices go up, so maybe we can expand to cantaloupes and melons. Might not be the same though. They're not quite as... They're a bit denser, so it's a little hard to just eat a whole bowl of them. I would like to go outside with you now and get a watermelon. And if we don't see a watermelon, or if the grocery stores are closed, which they might be, I'm not really sure, then at least we can see some snow. Do you want to know an iPhone trick? Let's say you have a photo. In my case, I have a photo of a bunny. This is Benjamin. And I want to make him into a sticker. So I hold him and I click add sticker. And then I can add him as a sticker. And I can make him shiny if I click on add effect. Ooh. Now he's shiny. I haven't told him, but I've also made stickers of Monado Max. Monado Max I met last summer when he came to New York to get the Switch 2, and I grabbed this from the trailer video of his YouTube channel. If you tell him that I made a sticker of him, I think you would think it's really funny. This one's pretty
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Wait. How do we turn off Siri? Well, okay.
I'm not sure what you're trying to edit.
Siri, since we're talking, what's the weather outside?
I don't know where you are.
Oh. Good. That means my location services are off. Siri, what's the weather in New York?
The National Weather Service has issued a blizzard warning. It's currently snowing and 29 degrees in New York, New York.
What's the wind chill? Siri, what's the wind chill in New York?
Wind chill is currently 6 degrees Fahrenheit in New York, New York.
What's the wind chill in Celsius in New York, New York?
The wind chill is minus 15 degrees Celsius in New York, New York right now.
Okay, anyway, I also have a non-holographic version in case I am in a less snazzy mood. If you have an iPhone, I think it's worth making those stickers. Can you tell that I'm procrastinating going outside? I don't even think anything will be open because there is a travel ban until noon. So maybe we can't have watermelon. We should still go outside though. We should still have outdoor time. You know, just to build character, to suffer in honor of the ultramarathoners who suffer much more. Look who's here. Hi. Oh. If the ultramarathoners can run 135 miles in the middle of Death Valley in July, then we can go outside in the blizzard. Let's go. There's the fire hydrant. Ah, wind. Ah! I think the grocery store is open. Oh my god. Yes. Yes. These are my favorite chips of all time. But we're not getting them today. We're getting a watermelon. Look how much snow has fallen. Here, I have a mini watermelon to use for scale. We should probably go back inside. That was enough suffering for the day. Ooh, juicy. One for you and one for me. Actually, you can have this one. This one has more. Oh shoot, I sat on the watermelon. It always takes much longer to use a DVD than to use Netflix or something. Cheers!
다시 그대